the team slithers down to the hideout and uses a canine unit to locate and eliminate terrorists in the hideout.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Common Arms channel. All right, so today we're going to be checking out something from India. Actually, it's India and Uzbekistan, which I got to say, I can't even say where Uzbekistan is on the map. But I guess this is like a joint sort of exercise, like a counter-terror specific exercise. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like some counter-terror police units or if it's going to be like a military sort of thing. But this was recommended to me a lot, so I figured I definitely have to check it out. So this YouTube channel is Veer, I think Veer by Discovery. So I've checked out some stuff from them previously. However, I know they usually copyright claim stuff, so this video might get claimed. So if you guys want to help me out and support the channel, you can subscribe and hit the thumbs up and comments. I would really appreciate it because I'm certain this video is going to get copyright claimed. But I guess we'll have to see, but it should be cool to check out anyway. Again, a lot of y'all were recommending it, so it should be good. So let's check it out. It is high quality, I'll say that.
India and Uzbekistan, two countries bound historically through trade and commerce via the Silk Route, today share a common goal to exterminate terrorism and bring peace to the world.
Nice.
To achieve this aim, both the countries have initiated a strong defense cooperation plan. In 2019, Indian and Uzbek contingents participated in exercise DUSTLIK-II at Tashkent, Uzbekistan.
Does DUSTLIK actually stand for anything? Is that like an acronym, or does it mean something in a different language? Because, I mean, it sounds kind of interesting, but I'm not sure if it actually means anything more than just what it sounds like. So, okay, so it's a counter-terror thing. Now, the title says exercise, but it sounds like it's also like an operational thing. Like, I'm not sure if they're actually conducting missions together to sort of combat terrorism, or if they're just like sort of training. But yeah, if you guys have any info, of course, feel free to throw it down below.
DUSTLIK-II is a counter-terrorism operational exercise between India and Uzbekistan, where the two mighty armies join arms to share and learn drills, tactics, and technical skills.
All right. This is really high quality stuff. Just the cinematography and the quality of the cameras are on point.
On the 7th of March 2021, a contingent each from the Uzbek Army and 13 Kumaon Rizangla Battalion travelled to the foreign training node of the Indian Army located at Chaubatia, Ranikhet, a rugged landscape on the mighty Himalayas.
Damn. That doesn't sound very nice.
This 10-day exercise was primarily aimed at exchanging operational knowledge while enhancing interoperability between the armies of the two nations.
Okay.
Defense cooperation and military diplomacy are two important pillars of bilateral relations between two nations.
Yep. We have come a long way. Today we have a common working group between both the countries on the aspects related to defense and counter-terrorism.
I kind of wonder why their names are blurred out like that. I mean, it makes it seem like they're like special operations or what have you, but it says Charging Ram Division, which sounds like some sort of cavalry, but I'm not exactly sure who takes part. Again, if you guys have any information to add as far as what units would actually take part in this, then I would appreciate it. But I gotta say, the Uzbekistan camouflage looks kind of cool.
Group between both the countries on the aspects related to defense and counter-terrorism. We have moved way forward in the aspects of counter-terrorism with them, the discussions and such like things. And now we are looking at the cybersecurity and defense aspects.
Nice. Their braids look nice too.
I hope that this exercise will help a lot in the future of both countries in any field of military service.
So they're doing like cyber stuff too. That's pretty smart. Sort of like a multi-domain kind of operation. Damn, look at that terrain. It looks freaking crazy. They said like on the Himalayas and
whatnot. Armies of every nation possess unique expertise owing to the threats they face and terrain they inhabit.
This is interesting. This is like a weird mix of like woodland and like urban sort of combats. Now this is kind of like cool, but it's also really scary. And we've seen it with like Philippine operations specifically when they're moving through the woods, trying to get up onto like compounds and whatnot. You need to be really careful for like booby traps and stuff. So I wonder if they have night vision. I'm not sure if like these specific units would get night vision, but I'm liking the combat pants here with like the built-in knee pads and whatnot. Weapons look pretty solid. And yeah, okay. So it seems like they get some pretty decent gear. Nothing like too crazy, obviously, because they usually, at least India has a pretty big military, so it's kind of harder to equip all of them with like some of the top of the line gear. It's all about the tactics, though.
In city ops is world renowned. Therefore, we shared with them our concept of people-friendly operations and the entire gambit of city ops.
Those rifles are so nice.
Over the next few days, soldiers from both countries rehearsed their drills and techniques for the conduct of counter-terrorist operations.
What is this? What am I looking at? It looks like a bottle taped to their weapon. I'm guessing it's like a brass collector of some sort, but oh my gosh, they couldn't take it off for this. It just looks bizarre. I mean, do what you got to do if you're trying to recycle the brass. I mean, I understand you can make some pretty good money if you keep the brass and reload the brass again, but it doesn't look too good. Got him. Okay, that's an interesting weapon suite.
ऑपरेशन में टेररिज्म पर किस प्रकार से काबू पाया जाता है उसके बारे में बताया और जो ड्रिल्स CICT के इलाके में करते हैं वो उनको बताया.
All right, let's see it. The KILLBOX, hell yeah. Why'd they both kick it? You saw that? All right, so I'm gonna have to break this down. You guys know I'm very passionate about the CQB. So stock looks pretty good. I noticed they're all having their weapons out, which is pretty good, especially if you don't have a cordon set around the building. It's nice to have guns outboard. Yeah, they both kind of kicked it. That was kind of weird. Oh, they're throwing frag grenades? What was that? Pretty effective looking little KILLBOX there.
Likewise, the Uzbek army excels in survival skills, a vital set of skills required by every soldier to enable him to survive not just against the enemy, but against nature as well.
That's cool. Oh, what was that? Wait, is this for an animal or a person? I mean, killing either one, I guess, helps with survival, but holy cow. It's like Vietnam stuff there. Survival training is pretty cool. I wish we did more survival stuff in the US military, to be honest. We don't get it too much.
In the following 10 days that the troops stay and interact with each other, an unspoken bond is formed between the soldiers.
Hell yeah.
Despite
Their fast
language
roping looks
barriers
crazy.
and cultural differences, a synergy is formed amongst the troops. They communicate non-verbally through hand signals and body language. By doing so, the soldiers are developing communication skills beyond what can be recorded, replicated, or described in words.
Okay. I noticed the Indian Army uses the paintball weapons a lot, so I wonder if they get to do any force-on-force stuff when they're doing this sort of
Also
training.
showcased the drills while establishing a mobile checkpost.
That's good to practice too.
MVCP is a vital part of counter-terrorism operations since terrorists use vehicles for movement, transport of arms and ammunition, and to escape the checkposts of security forces.
Oh, is that a lab? Hell yeah.
One terrorist kill और driver civil police handover over.
The equipment being used by both the contingent is going to be of a lot of interest. They were very keen about knowing our expertise in terms of the equipment, technology, and especially related to gaining surveillance of the area.
Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, this is the fun stuff here. Getting hands-on with other people's guns. Oh, nice. What was that, TP9?
The exercise is also a vital tool to enhance team spirit and camaraderie between the troops by engaging in activities like sports and yoga.
Running with a mask is so miserable. It's like torture for me.
We also had a lot of games with them. We have joint games.
Okay, some basketball too. Hey, volleyball, hell
The
yeah.
best part of this, joint games was the tug of war, wherein we had got a small competition between all the sections.
Nice, dude, I love tug of war so much. That's how you get the testosterone out, especially for Marines. They're really passionate about tug of war.
Towards the last 2 days, we will also have a validation exercise of 24 hours, wherein a situation would be given to both the contingents operating as a whole.
Okay.
This 2-day exercise is what puts to the test the chemistry, camaraderie and synergy that the soldiers have sweat and bled for over the past 8 days.
All right. Let's see it then. That's a crazy looking range. Are they like shooting? Wait, so I can't tell. Were they actually like shooting up at the targets? Okay. I wonder if they got to do some cross training on each other's guns. That's always fun when you get to shoot each other's guns. All right. Hopefully it's some
Troops
force on
operate
force
from a
stuff.
company operating base.
He's got like the Russian undershirt.
We are here for the start of this validation exercise. We are going westward.
They are thoroughly briefed about the exercise objectives, the area of operation and its terrain.
Oh, that's a weak looking terrain model. Come on now. Usually you get all the like younger soldiers together to make something good. But this is what happens if you don't necessarily give them the best like oversight. You got to have someone who knows how to make these terrain models because, yeah, it's a little bit hard to see what's going on here. I mean, you can see the grid squares, so there's that.
Its terrain.
Yeah, of course it's nighttime. You always do this stuff when it's like super early or like the night prior. This is where you make your money though. Getting in that planning.
The troops are divided into 2 groups.
All
One
right.
of the groups travels by vehicle and the other on foot.
Short end of the
The
stick
2
there.
groups rendezvous at the target village. The village is cordoned off and during the night, all escape routes are blocked through stops.
I like how it's making it look like it's all like night vision because they're putting like a green filter over it. But in reality, they don't have night vision, so it's very, very difficult for these guys to see where they're going. Especially setting up a cordon.
Security is the need of modern day warfare, and during counter-insurgency and counter-terrorist operations, its importance increases manifold. To achieve transparency in our operations, we have established a dedicated surveillance network. We have placed cameras on the helmets of troops. We have also integrated the live feed of quadcopters.
Okay.
This entire surveillance network acts as a force multiplier, especially during counter-insurgency and counter-terrorist operations.
Well, okay, so I get the UAS. I get having a drone, having that ISR, so you can have that lifetime, feed from the like an overview perspective of the battlefield. But the camera on the helmets, unless that's set up with a live feed, I can't imagine. It's good to have a camera, especially like if you have a GoPro or something, and you record the training, and you can use that for like the after action report to see what you did right, what you did wrong, what you could have changed to make it a little bit more effective, a little bit safer. But unless they have a live feed, it doesn't really help while you're actually trying to implement people and move people around. But if they did manage to get a live feed on that person's helmet camera, that'd be pretty sweet. Like SEAL Team 6 kind of stuff with people at the White House.
At the crack of dawn, the troops begin to search the village, moving through the village tactically with stealth and fire and move.
एक मकान से टेररिस्ट भागते हुए नजर आया, जिसको स्टॉप के द्वारा
That's some rough
मार गिराया
terrain.
गया और सर्च के दौरान एक टेररिस्ट ने सिलेंडर किया।
Okay.
उसी दौरान दूसरी सर्च पार्टी ने नीचे वाले मकान
Hell yeah.
को सर्च किया, जिसमें
Oh, it
एक
didn't even
टेररिस्ट को
blow
बाहर
up.
मारा गया और एक
Lame.
टेररिस्ट को रूम के अंदर मार गिराया।
I guess if there's actual people, you
A
can't
bomb
do that.
diffusion scenario is also taken into account as soldiers need to prepare themselves for real-life scenarios where such a situation is highly likely.
Nice. It's always nice to have stuff
CICT
like that.
environment, counter ID team or bomb disposal team plays a very vital role. With increase in availability of technology and resources, the enemy is so skilled that they can make an ID even out of this stone. That is where engineers or the bomb squad comes into play. In this particular situation, we have portrayed two different kinds of IEDs. One is remote control and one is a bomb vest. All of them are based in an urban area. So therefore, we will be using different equipments like the rover, explosive vapor detector, bomb suit, as well as telescopic manipulator to first confirm the explosive, then to neutralize it in a safe place.
First of all, fantastic mustache, I gotta say. And then what is this thing? I've worked with like EOD a little bit and I've seen like a lot of their equipment and whatnot, but this thing looks bizarre. It looks like there's a bipod on like a long stick with a hook. It's like the claw game, but like spicier.
First confirm the explosive, then to neutralize it in a safe place.
Okay.
All these actions are very deliberate and have to be taken with due care, and only with skilled individuals can do that.
No colorblind people for EOD stuff, I know that
के बाद
much.
खगियार जंगल के अंदर एक हाइडआउट होने की खबर मिली है।
Pretty cool facility. Again, the rough terrain is different for sure. Ooh.
CICT के इलाके में टेररिस्ट सिक्योरिटी फोर्स से बचकर अपने एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और प्लानिंग के लिए हेडआउट का इस्तेमाल करता है।
Oh, that sucks if they don't have a flashlight trying to do underground stuff. This dude's chilling
हमारी
though.
दो SHBO पार्टी ने SHBO करके रेड ऑन हेडआउट की कार्रवाई की।
The soldiers also practice special heli-borne operations for aerial insertion into operational areas where terrorists might try to lie low,
Oh, hell yeah.
hidden away in extreme terrains.
Nice, some air assault. Nice. Let's get it. I wonder if they're going to fast rope or if they're just going to... Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Of course they are. We're not seeing any of the crazy fast ropes, though, with the legs, like, locked out.
The team
there we
slithers
go.
down to the hideout and uses a canine unit.
Well, okay, hold on. Why do they do that? If you guys are in the military, or if you practice this sort of technique, why is it done like this? This is like straight upper body strength. And like, if you have a lot of equipment, it's gonna suck, especially if you don't have the best upper body strength. Like, traditionally, you would put your knees on either side of the fast rope to also add friction, as well as with your feet. So it's not just your hands, but this, I mean, he's just adding core strength and upper body strength to it for no reason. I mean, I gotta say it's a bit of a flex, and I don't know how I feel if I saw the enemy fast roping in like this, but holy cow, it looks like a doozy and it looks pretty tiring.
Slithers down to the hideout and uses a canine unit to locate and eliminate terrorists in the hideout.
Hey, cute dog.
Bringing the validation exercise to a fruitful and satisfying close.
All right, that terrain is insane. My gosh, look at that. You need to like rappel just to do an evac. Oh, you gotta get that medevac stuff in there, make it suck a little more.
These kind of joint training sessions are quite beneficial for both groups.
And it was a really great learning experience.
The exercise is an essential tool to increase bonhomie and camaraderie between troops on both ends.
Oh yeah. My gosh, look at that. Look at that terrain. It's like every
The
possible
troops learned
terrain
about
feature.
each other's cultures, traditions, and rich heritage through their interaction during the exercise. Towards the end, a cultural program showcasing the rich heritage and diversity as it exists in India was organized.
Nice. That's cool.
As the soldiers literally shake a leg together, laughing together, arms embracing one another, a brotherhood is born.
Everybody
A
getting
brotherhood
drunk
of
as fuck.
Fighters ready to lay down their lives for their mother nation,
Oh, he's
fighting against the common evil of terrorism.
getting it. Russian shirt guy is getting
The
it.
cooperation, the coordination which they have achieved over the last few days indicates their capability to carry out operations and with greater interaction and at a larger scale in days to come.
bundan maqsad
Hey, there he is.
hamkorlikdagi
All hungover.
ularımızdan shu maqsad mana shu oldimizda turgan butun jahonda bo'layotgan harbiy siyosiy o'zgarishlar va mana shu xalqaro terrorizmga umumiy kurashish borasida bir yaxshi ko'nikmalar va o'zlariga bir
Hell yeah.
mashg'ulotlardan katta bir ko'nikmalar oldi hamda mana shu O'zbekiston Respublikasi hamda Hindiston Respublikasi harbiylari orasidagi mana shu mashg'ulotlar keyin ham hamkorlikda davom ettiriladi.
If y'all are from Uzbekistan, if you've been there, let me know what the terrain is like, because I imagine the terrain is probably pretty different from India. So it might be beneficial for them to actually go over to Uzbekistan and train on some different terrain as well. But yeah, it looks like their camouflage is lighter, so I'd imagine it's a little bit more arid. But yeah, of course, if you guys know, put it down below.
It's a matter of great pride and honor for the Khadka Corps, the Charging Ram Division, and of course, led on ground by a brigade from Delhi and Rezangla Battalion to undertake this task. We have learned a lot from each other, learned all about the aspects related to counter-terrorism, be it rural, urban, technological, on-the-ground implementation, every aspect possible. My sincere compliments to Rezangla Battalion and to the Central Military Unit of Uzbekistan to have undertaken the same.
What's
I
that?
wish them all the best in their future endeavors, and very sincerely, we look forward to DUSTLIK-III.
This is an exercise that
All
brings
right.
brothers together, creating a bond above all else. This is an exercise that brings nations together. For the war against terrorism cannot be fought alone.
Hell yeah, good stuff. All right. And we've seen, of course, so we've seen the US and India do their training. So I wonder how that training sort of differs, if it's obviously not focused on counterterrorism. But yeah, this is cool. It's always cool to sort of see these joint exercises, especially from a country that we haven't seen before. If you would have told me that Uzbekistan was a fake country before this video, I probably would have believed you. So it's nice to get that exposure and just learn a little bit more about it. So I might try and find some videos, maybe not to react to, but just to educate myself a little bit more on Uzbekistan and I guess that sort of region. But yeah, pretty cool. And of course, if you guys have anything to add to the video, please throw it down below. I think we all like to learn a little bit more than what the video is saying, especially from people who have personal experiences or opinions based off of them actually living in these countries or actually working in these militaries. But yeah, very cool recommendation. Again, always nice to get a little bit more exposure to stuff that we're not normally savvy with or, familiar with, especially with these sorts of joint exercises. But thank you again for the awesome recommendations. Keep them coming. I do appreciate it. Again, my channel is based off of what you guys are recommending, what you pretty much want me to check out, and what you'd like me to share with everybody else. So again, I do appreciate it. Keep the awesome recommendations coming. Keep that awesome support coming. But that is it for this video. I will see you all in the next one.